if you have to talk about what's wrong with our kids, our bullets come out, our gun comes out, and we start firing. But when it comes to that, how can you appreciate your child? People talk about, what do we appreciate our kids on? I vividly remember I was entering the classroom. I had gone for a school visit, and the teacher was sitting on one side of the table, and opposite to her there were parents who were sitting there, and this lady who was standing right across the table of the teacher, and her son was standing alongside. And the moment I entered, I heard loud voices, and when I looked at her, I saw that she is yelling at her own son, and the teacher is watching the same. When I heard the mother, I was actually surprised, because the class was full of parents who had come with their kids on the PTM day, and this mother went on to say things one after the other, and all of them were negative. She spoke about the bad habits, she spoke about the low marks, she spoke about behavior, she spoke about mobiles, she spoke about I don't know how many things. And I was standing there, and I was not feeling good about what is happening, and I was wondering that what is it that she can do so that she can look at the other side of the child. Now the scene came to a halt, and I had this little chance to speak to the mother, and I really wanted to. And I asked her that, can I speak to you for a minute? And she was surprised. I introduced myself, she got to know, and then I took her aside in the absence of her son, and I asked her that, madam, I heard about all the challenges that you're going through. Can you tell me something good about your child? And she was looking at me with a blank face, that good about my child? And she went on to say that again, she repeated the same things. And I said, madam, if you hear me again, what I'm saying is that, can you tell me something good about your child? And she said, I don't know, I'm going through this mess. And then I made her understood that if your complete focus is on what's wrong with your child, you will always see that. Now I remember she gave me a look, and she said, that what do I appreciate him about? And that really made me think that if you have to talk about what's wrong with our kids, our bullets come out, our gun comes out, and we start firing. But when it comes to that, how can you appreciate your child? People talk about what do we appreciate our kids on? Which means that parents are missing on the entire idea of what can they appreciate their kids on. And that's the very reason I wanted to put across a message that there can be various things that you can appreciate your kids on. It can be as simple as traits. You can compliment them on their traits, right? You can compliment them on their skills. Let's say if somebody is good at playing guitar, giving them a compliment that that you're amazing at playing guitar, right? Not only to them, but you should go around and tell others, maybe your relatives and your friends, that my son or my daughter, she's absolutely brilliant at playing guitar. Because see, when you get a chance to tell other people that what's wrong with your child, you go all out. But when you know that your child has something extremely good as a skill, why would you not go out and share it with all the people? See, I know that it is impossible that your child does not have any good habit. There are many, but while you are in that zone of negativity, you lose every positive side. Now, there can be a simple good habit of wherein your child is putting back things at the right place. It can be, you can compliment your kids on grooming, you can compliment your kids probably on a good deed that he does. There are kids I know that who would probably give their old toys, their old clothes to other people. There are various ways you can appreciate your child, because it is appreciation which is going to help them build their self-esteem. Lack of appreciation, as we discussed in the previous video, is one of the biggest cravings that a child goes through. Now, I've shared with you 5, 6, 7 ways on what you can appreciate your child, and I highly recommend that whenever you think of a good habit that your child has, or anything good about your child, make a note of it. And whenever you get a chance, deliver it. They say that a good word said takes care of a lot of not so good things said. Thank you.